Welcome to US Daily, where we break down the stories that matter most in the world of sports. Okay, let's dive into this. In professional sports, one moment, one single play, one game can literally change everything. A whole season of hard work, all the playoff dreams, and even a player's entire future can just pivot on the outcome of a single night. And that is exactly what we saw on Thursday Night Football. The Atlanta Falcons just squeezed past the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 29-28 with a walk-off field goal. That means it was the very last play of the game. Just a heart-stopping end to a game that's going to have ripple effects for weeks. Yeah, the headlines everywhere called it a stunner, a thriller. But this wasn't just some regular loss. It was a last-second heartbreaker with massive implications. And we're going to break down exactly how it all went down. But hey, before we get into all the details, if you enjoy clear, straightforward explainers just like this one, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you as part of the US Daily community. Now, what's really interesting here is that this game was so much more than just a win or a loss. It was a battle for first place in the NFC South division, with a guaranteed playoff spot just hanging in the balance. So going into the night, the Buccaneers were tied for the lead. At 7-6, they completely controlled their own path to the playoffs. All they had to do was win, and they'd be in the driver's seat. Simple as that. And this right here perfectly illustrates the impact of that loss. The Bucs drop down to 7-7, and they fall right out of first place. So now they need help to make the postseason. One single game, and the entire division landscape has completely changed. Right at the center of all this drama is the Buccaneers quarterback, Baker Mayfield. A lot of people had written him off, but he is having an absolutely remarkable comeback season. And here's where it gets really interesting. He's playing like a top-tier quarterback, but he's getting paid way less than his peers. This makes him one of the absolute best values in the entire league. He's not just good, he's a bargain. To really understand his value, let's look at a key stat: explosive play rating. It's basically a cool way of measuring how exciting a player is. How often they create those big, game-changing plays. A score of 100 is about average for the league. Mayfield's rating is 111.6, which puts him at number 9 in the entire league. So this proves he's not just a nice story. He's been a statistical powerhouse this season. The numbers don't lie. So the crucial point here is that he's playing for a huge new contract. We're talking life-changing money. And that just raises the stakes for every single game he plays. All right, let's get into the game itself and see exactly how the Buccaneers lost a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. It was a total collapse. And here it is. This is probably the most unbelievable stat of the entire night. The Falcons were flagged 19 times. 19. That's a franchise record for them in a game that they won. It's almost unheard of. And of course, fans online were just as stunned as we were. This one Reddit user really summed it up perfectly, asking how a team could possibly lose with such a massive advantage. It's a fair question. Well, a big reason was the quarterback play. Mayfield had a really costly interception and got sacked 5 times. Meanwhile, the Falcons quarterback played a near-perfect game. No turnovers, 3 touchdowns, just a huge difference right there. And the Falcons were also carried by an incredible, honestly historic performance from their tight end, Kyle Pitts. I mean, the guy was just unstoppable. 11 catches, over 150 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Just amazing. So after this stunning loss, what does the future hold for Tampa Bay? Well, their path forward just got incredibly difficult. There is absolutely no room for error from here on out. Their remaining schedule is an absolute gauntlet. They've got 2 must-win games against the very team they're now chasing for that division title, the Carolina Panthers. And this is the key takeaway, really. To make the playoffs, they not only have to win out, but they also need the Carolina Panthers to lose. Their fate is officially out of their hands. So let's bring this all back to the man in the middle, Baker Mayfield, and think about what this single loss could mean for his future. For Mayfield, his amazing comeback season, the team's playoff hopes, and his future financial security, well, they've all been thrown into question by this one game. That potential $100 million plus contract is suddenly hanging in the balance.
And that really leaves us with one huge question about just how much a single game, a single moment, can impact a player's entire career.
So we want to hear from you. Do you think Baker and the Bucs can bounce back from this and still make it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching US Daily.